Hey everyone. I know it's late. It's about 2:11 in the morning, but I basically rested most of the day, slept a little bit in between. But I am here to respond to what Spinnernet 1, Radius 2X, and some other people have been saying lately. Or should I say recently, in the past, what is it, 8 hours, 9 hours? And that is the fact that tonight at Genesis, at the Genesis pay-per-view, TNA finally followed through with the plan to replace the six-sided ring with the four-sided ring. Now, I read on some reports that it was actually Bischoff and Hogan's idea. I can understand that. I can understand that, and I can understand that, and I can also understand that there are some fans that are not happy about this. Radius and Spinnernet, and even those at the Impact Zone that were chanting, "We want six sides." I can understand that because the six-sided ring made TNA unique. It made them very, very popular with the fans, and fans did not like the fact that their six-sided ring that made their promotion that they helped build along with the young wrestlers for the past 7 to 8 years. They did not like the fact that that six-sided ring, which was with them for the past 6 years almost, is now gone. And instead, we get a four-sided ring and an entrance ramp similar to what you used to have in the old WCW days. And again, I can understand everybody's frustration. I'm a little surprised by it. When I first heard that TNA was going to do this, I thought, well, maybe they will, maybe they won't. And then I was hearing, reading some stories that perhaps they won't do it. And well, I guess tonight they did it. I mean, I can understand, they want to give the wrestlers more space to run about or to run around, if you will, or wrestle and all that. Um, but I think, but I think what's going on is Hogan and Bischoff don't kind of see the uniqueness that the six-sided ring brings. Um, Basically, you got six corners, of course, and for guys like in the X, for the people in the X division, that gives them plenty of space to do the high flying spots. Um, and the same could be said for some of even the heavyweights, the guys that are in the main events that fly and all that and do the high spots. Same could be said for them. Um, I like I say, I understand that, and I know that I know that TNA and I know the fans are upset about that. I can, really understand and, agree with the fact that they should have kept the six-sided ring. I mean, if I was Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff, I would have made some kind of compromise with Dixie Carter saying, "Hey, look, we know maybe the fans are going to get upset if we change this to a four-sided, change the six-sided, or replace the six-sided with a four-sided. Perhaps we could compromise. Perhaps we could compromise by having the four-sided for the pay-per-views and having the six-sided for the impacts, or having the four-sided for impact and the six-sided for pay-per-view." Um, I can't really say exactly what you know. I can't really say if that could have been something they could have done or not. Um, but I know definitely that this tomorrow night and Tuesday night on Impact, there's going to be some kind of there's going to be a reaction, no doubt about it. And there's gonna what I see honestly. I said this before about 2 weeks ago when I talked about Hogan's debut in TNA and how I heard in the reports that he was kind of stressed out after everything. This is just going to add to the stress because TNA, believe me, believe it or not, it may sound silly to a lot of people, but TNA is going to get flooded with complaints, emails, faxes, phone calls, whatever you want to call it, from fans that go to the Impact Zone every Thursday and go there for the pay-per-views, for fans that watch TNA house shows in their town, that watch TNA on Spike, for fans that go to the pay-per-views in their hometowns that order the pay-per-views. They're gonna get flooded. I guarantee you. I'm not. Well, I'm not guaranteed, but I've got a feeling TNA is gonna get flooded with complaints from every source that you could think of, fan-wise, and even probably wrestler-wise, that the that they do not like the fact that the four-sided ring is here and they want the six-sided ring back. They're gonna get complaints. I've got that feeling, and this is just gonna add to the stress that Hogan is dealing with now that he and Bischoff are part of the TNA and basically one of the head honchos. So, but yeah, this is gonna add to it, and I've got a feeling, as much as I'm a Hulk Hogan fan, I'm one of the Hulkamaniacs, if you will. I have a feeling though Hogan and Bischoff are not gonna last too long in TNA. In fact, I have a feeling before this year's out, Hogan and Bischoff are gonna be gone, and Dixie Carter is gonna be back in going to be back in charge with Jeff Jarrett or somebody that understands what the fans want. Um, there are some people here on YouTube that say that when Hogan did his promo in the ring and said, "Hey, look, we don't do pig pens. We don't. This is not a playground. This is not a pig pen and anything. This is wrestling. You know, as a wrestling fan, as a true wrestling mark and critic, you could probably understand where he's coming from. But no, you can't. I mean, but then again, if you're a true TNA diehard TNA fan, no, you can't. Because I think what Bischoff and Hogan do not realize is TNA is sort of a mixture, if you will, of what made WCW great and what made ECW great. And we're talking the originals, not the WWE sellouts. I mean, we're talking the original WCW and the original ECW. What made them great? What made WCW great was the fact that there were times they were innovative and they did things that no one else did. What made ECW great was the fact that they allowed the fans to speak their minds, chant what they wanted to chant, say what they wanted to say, no matter what you try to do. And I think that's what Bischoff and Hogan don't understand. TNA is basically a mixture of both. And the part that is a mixture of the original ECW, where the fans get to say what they want to say that they want a six-sided ring, say, that they hate the four-sided ring, they have to get used to it. They have to realize they're going to be hearing that every week now. And like I said, I just have a feeling TNA offices in Tennessee and in Florida, they're going to, in New York or wherever they are, they're going to get flooded with complaints from all over the world, from all fans of any genre, of any source, all fans and even wrestlers that want to come to TNA, because of the because of the six-sided ring, because the six-sided ring makes them different and different from everybody else. They're going to get complaints from everywhere. I've got that feeling. And like I said, I guarantee Hogan and Bischoff are not, if this continues on, they're not going to last until the end of the year with TNA. I've got that feeling. All TNA is doing with Hogan and Bischoff, mostly Hogan, is experimenting. They want to see if Hogan's going to bring in the big numbers. Now, I can understand that, if Hogan, now I can understand Hogan wanted to change the six-sided to four-sided because he probably feels if he has to compete in TNA, maybe even for one or two matches, that it's that he probably feels as though six-sided is going to limit to his abilities. Maybe so, but I can understand that. I can respect that. But he's got to understand TNA fans have been used to the six-sided ring. Wrestlers that have come and gone from TNA are used to the six-sided ring, and they want it back. I mean, heck, take a look at Lockdown coming up. That pay-per-view is headlined by Lethal Lockdown. How are you supposed to have Lethal Lockdown in a six-sided ring if you don't have a six-sided ring? You can't just have an all-cage pay-per-view, regular steel cage pay-per-view. That don't work. So what I have a feeling is going to happen is there's going to be some kind of compromise as to where the six-sided ring will probably make a return at the major TNA pay-per-views like Lockdown, Slammiversary, and Bound for Glory, and that's it. And for the rest of the year, we have the four-sided. I think that might be the compromise in the deal they work out because the fans, they want the six-sided ring, and what better way to give it to them than to have them wait until the big pay-per-views come around and that are probably on the road to give them that six-sided feeling. Uh, but yeah, to me again, this is just going to add on to the stress load that Hogan has to deal with, and if things don't work out, compromise or not, I've got a feeling Hogan and Bischoff ain't going to last very long here in TNA. And that's all I have to say. I will have some photos. I've seen the pictures of the change. I'm not going to post them here on the channel because I might get in trouble, but I will let you know and provide the link of where I'm going to post them at. You can probably find them somewhere. Peace.